Welcome to Stat 300. I'm Wayne Jensen, your instructor for this semester, and I'm sorry that we can't meet in person right now as we're under the mandate to do remote instruction over the next 2 weeks. I did write an announcement in which I detailed out how remote instruction is going to work, but as I thought about it, I thought it might be better to create a video where I show you some of the things that I'm talking about. And so as you look at our Canvas page, you can see that it's not very robust, and at least on the main page, and that's because our class is supposed to be in person, so I didn't set it up to be super robust, but I can modify it and adjust it as time goes on, especially as we need to have additional weeks of remote instruction. Hopefully that's not the case though, and as we start February, we'll be able to be back in person. So I will keep in touch with you through announcements. That's probably the main way that I'll do it, is just make an announcement right on this page, and then as you come in you'll see anything that's been announced. But as we got the mandate to go to remote instruction, what I created were some modules. And so the modules go over the first 2 weeks of class, and what it shows you is the sections we would have covered if we were meeting together in person. And as I click on a particular section, what I have is a description about what is going on in this section, as well as a lecture video that I created about that section that should help you navigate the homework. So if I click on this link, it should open up a video in YouTube.
You might have seen videos like this before,
Which
but
have
here's the
ads
big
at
secret.
friends, right?
Anyone can make one of these videos in a few.
But as we're able to skip
welcome
that.
to section 1.1. In addition to what you're going to find on the publisher's website, I wanted to create some instructional type of material here that's created by me.
Right, so I'll stop that sound for a moment. So what you're going to have is a little video about section 1.1, and then you'll be able to go in and do the written homework. So I haven't changed things to be online homework. That would require you to purchase an additional program, and I don't think that that's worth the money, and so you'll be still doing your homework in a written fashion. But I just wanted to demonstrate that where you come is right here to modules, and as you click on the modules, you'll have each week broken down. Now I only have 2 weeks because that's all we've been mandated to have remote instruction for, but as you go to any one of these sections, it's going to look very similar in terms of having, because I click here on 3.1, let's see if it will open up. In this one I broke it into 2 parts because it was a little bit lengthy, but again I tell you what's going on, and then I create a lecture video about it. In addition to that, you have your textbook that you needed to buy. Hopefully if you didn't purchase it already, you'll purchase it soon. The textbook that you need is the 13th edition of Triola, and that's here in the syllabus, right? So on the main page is links to the syllabus, which we would have gone over the first day of class, and on the syllabus right here at the front it tells you here's the textbook that we need. The 13th edition has been in publication for a little bit, and therefore you should be able to find it used, but I'm going to need you to find it pretty quickly because we're doing the homework out of that book. And so close this. So the link to the syllabus is right here. There is a separate syllabus for Stat 10, but I have the two kind of intermingled together, and you'll see that throughout the course. The other thing you want to be aware of is that your homework is written homework. So if I click on homework, it'll bring up the list of homework. So remember, we were doing section 1.1 to start out with. I'm going to ask you to do 1 through 35 odd. Now all the answers are in the back of the book for the odd problems. And then in section 1.2, 5 through 20 all. 1.1 and 1.2 are very definition oriented, so even though that looks like a lot of problems, it's not very much as you go through. They're not time consuming, I guess is what I mean by that. As you can see, as you go forward to section 2.1, 2.2, 2.4, the homework assignments are relatively short. It's not like your old algebra days where you had like 50 problems to do. In statistics, there's very few problems in the problem set, and of those, if we have you just model a few that we can look at, we'll know that you're doing well. And so the homework is right here, and it also models when you're going to have an exam. So you're going to have an exam over these sections, these chapters 1, 2, 3, and 10. So not a huge amount of sections, right, for that exam. Then we're going to study 4 and 5 after that and have an exam. 6 and 7 and have an exam. And 8 and 9 and have an exam. So the homework's all detailed out there. Again, that's found here on the main homework page, and you're welcome to print that out. These other things are items that we'll need a little bit later on. But the intent of this video was to show you that, oh, we're not meeting together, but I can still learn. Now, something else that's going to be written in the announcement, or the announcement that you probably already seen about remote instruction, is that I'm going to be holding Zoom sessions every time our class is regularly scheduled to meet. So that's on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10:30. I'll start the Zoom sessions. I want to first say that the Zoom sessions are optional, and they're not going to be like full instruction, but I will be providing answers to people's questions. I will be able to do supplemental instruction that's above those videos that I've already created. But for somebody that's able to look at the video, go to the homework, and nail it out, if they don't feel that they need the additional help, they don't have to come to the Zoom sessions. Now, there's a few ways to access the Zoom sessions. What I said in the announcement was to click on this Tech Connect Zoom link. And so that will work. But if you look over here under the to-do, these are also linked to the Zooms. The first one's going to happen on January 19th, which is a Wednesday, and that's because January 17th is Martin Luther King Day, and so it's a holiday for us. Sorry, I got a phone call which threw me off a little bit. Sorry about that. But the other way to access it is through this Tech Connect Zoom. So if you click on that, what you should have links to is these meetings that I've set up for every course meeting. So you just simply come here and click join. So again, the link's right over here, and you click join. And as these meetings come, they will go to previous meetings. I'll try to remember to record the meetings in case there's good things being taught that others can benefit from, and you'd simply go to cloud recordings to access those. So I'll support you with Zooms every time we're regularly scheduled to meet during this time. I will support you also with that supplement, with the instruction. I shouldn't call it supplemental, with the instruction that's here under the modules. One thing that I will ask you to do as part of this time that we're away is to do these weekly check-ins. I have them due on the Sunday of the end of the week, but you can do them at any time, and they're just an open-ended question. And it says, for this week's check-in, I would just like you to know how it's going in the course, and you can read through that. When you're ready to do the assignment, you'll click Start Assignment, and a text box will open up. Maybe I can show that. And yeah, this text entry box, and you'd simply say, I am doing great. Right? Whatever you want. It can be as short or as long as you need, but it allows me to know that you're engaged in the class. And down here you would submit the assignment. And so you can do that at any point in the week, and it just lets me know, especially if you haven't come to the Zooms, whether you're present in the class. As far as the written homework, too, it's mentioned in the announcement. I'm just going to have you hold on to that, and I'll collect it once we meet back together. And if you have questions of whether you did something right or not, if it's odd, you kind of know from the back of the book. If it's even, you can check in with me via Zoom. There's also a way to contact me through this Canvas inbox is a really good way to do it. And so as you click on the inbox, I can't show it to you because I'm in student view right now, and it will tell me that it doesn't know who I am. But if you click on inbox, you can send me an email, and that's the best way to get a hold of me. Hopefully this video kind of helps you get oriented to the way remote instruction will work. Reach out to me via Canvas email, or we're coming to the Zooms, I guess is what I would say, and we'll work together over these first 2 weeks to make it really enjoyable, and then we'll ideally meet together again in February in person and be able to do stats together. All right, enjoy.